100 games, 10 games a day. Indie of the Year 2013 Top 100 sponsored by Desura on IndieDB. Vote for your favorites at IndieDB.com. Stargate Network by the Stargate Network staff. Stargate Network is a simulator and massively multiplayer online role-playing game project based on the exploration of many worlds in the Stargate universe. The game reproduces very thoroughly planets, spaceships, and technologies of the series Stargate SG-1. In this game, you'll be able to incarnate a character made by you, name, appearance, race, faction, and make it evolve in the Stargate universe according to your choices. It's an open-world universe that you can explore freely, or by performing missions if you're attached to active duty of your people. This is an unofficial and no-profit fan game. Armies by Raspina is a first-person shooter game in a unique science fiction world designed to show Persian historical themes and rich environments. The main story of Armies is a narrative case about the future human wars to provide energy resources. The game is powered by Unreal technology and has been under development since January 2012. Raspina is currently looking for a publisher for both their online and single-player versions of the game. Festung Europa is a realism-based multiplayer combined arms tactical shooter currently under development by Jackboot Games for the PC. Take your place at the front lines as British and Canadian forces face the might of the German war machine during one of the most pivotal moments in World War II. From the bloody landing beaches at Gold, Sword, and Juno, to the battered streets of Caen, to the desperate, desolate fields outside of Falaise. You will fight side by side with your squad mates against the enemy as you participate in historical operations such as Perch, Epsom, Charnwood, Goodwood, and Totalese. Star Wars Battlecry, developed by the Star Wars Battlecry team. Star Wars Battlecry is a free, standalone game that will offer authentic gameplay, superior visuals, and challenging AI. The Star Wars Battlecry team will soon be releasing an alpha focused around the Hoth map featuring two factions, the Empire and the Rebellion, and a host of some of the most iconic weapons and vehicles. While the news is kinda skimpy on IndieDB, there's a slew of videos that you can watch and voice acting that you can listen to at the IndieDB site. They have a snowspeeder demo, and they have their Hoth walkthrough, which looks really nice. The Hoth trailer alludes to Hoth being the spiritual successor to Battlefront 2, and Battlefront 2 was a fantastic game for its time. I look forward to seeing this game upon its release, so that way I could get it with my buddies and destroy all of the Empire. Miscreated by Entrada Interactive is a brutal post-apocalyptic survival-based massively multiplayer online role-playing game unlike anything you've played before. It was originally inspired by the popular mod for Arma 2 DayZ. The year is 2089. The Earth is in ruins from two major nuclear wars. Civilization has collapsed and the majority of mankind has been wiped out. Each day is a struggle to find food and water to live, weapons for defense, and gear to withstand the harsh, unforgiving wasteland that once was Earth. The city centers and areas once called home and work are now populated by grotesque, mutated humans, minds rotten from radiation and sickness. Bandits fight for control of what's left, executing everyone they come across or using them for slave labor and food. This is the world as it exists today. There is no law. Kill or be killed, survive or die. Project Reality 2 by the Project Reality team will continue to be inspired from the world's current conflicts, which will feature the armed forces of the United Kingdom, United States, Germany, Russia, Israel, China, and Canada, as well as numerous insurgent and irregular forces. Project Reality contains some of the deepest cooperative gameplay seen in video games today, and is designed to promote both technical realism and teamwork without sacrificing accessibility in doing so. The result is a virtual battlefield that continually proves itself to be both enjoyable and intense to all manners of players. Whether they be military enthusiasts or gamers looking to experience an intense and challenging firefight with friends where teamwork is just as important as a quick trigger finger. Overcoming fierce competition from over 100 other mods, the Project Reality team won ModDB.com's Definitive Mod of the Year award in 2008, having come in second place both 2006 and 2007. Project Reality is also one of the only 21 mods inducted into ModDB's prestigious Hall of Fame. Project Reality continues to boast a large player population 7 years after its initial release, a testament to its continued development, support, lasting appeal, and widespread popularity. The Project Reality 2 development team comprises of a group of dedicated and skilled modders, some who have backgrounds in armed services, whose ultimate goal continues to be the release of a Project Reality 2 standalone game. Rouge Republic by Giant Link Studios is an innovative RTS game that aims to bring you back to stunning Command & Conquer video cutscenes, contain an immersive storyline, and create the feeling of war that takes place right behind your window. Giant Link Studios plans to develop an episodic RTS game, with each episode acting as a new add-on within its own storyline. When putting each add-on together, it creates a narrative story about how the world changed from now to 2064, after World War III and its devastating aftermath. Each episode will be released out of chronological order. The features listed on IndieDB are Command & Conquer gameplay, create your own army with their faction editor, play your own country or any of the 50 playable countries. There's over 100 units, there's a naval mode with destroyers, subs, and aircraft carriers, and an immersive storyline, and the ability to create your own military scenarios. Son of Nor by Stillalive Studios. Welcome to Noshrak, a harsh, desert world where humankind is at the brink of extinction. You are a son of Nor, a mage with telekinetic powers and the ability to bend the elements to your will, trained to defend the remaining humans from the onslaught of the Sarhul Empire and the perils of the desert. Solve puzzles using your telekinetic powers, venture through long-forgotten temples, terraform the desert, and fight to the death alongside your friends in this co-op fantasy action-adventure. Some of the key features are: terraform the sands of Noshrak to uncover secrets, overcome obstacles, and create barricades. Utilize telekinetic and elemental powers to solve ancient puzzles and triumph over the Sarhul threat. Venture through ancient temples in search of mighty artifacts, and fight alongside your friends, and find other ways to solve puzzles and thwart your enemies. The Somme by Top Hat Game Studios. The Battle of the Somme symbolized the horrors of warfare in World War I. Follow orders, fight for your country, survive in rain-soaked trenches, and wait for the call to charge over no man's land to fight for freedom and liberation. Equipped with your arsenal of weaponry, make haste and overtake your enemies. Watch over your brothers and Godspeed. As a soldier in the Somme, you are challenged to overtake your enemy's forces. Teamwork is key. Without it, you will fall to the feet of your foes. Listen out for orders from your commanding officer. Which role are you? You decide. From the medic class and being able to help wounded allies to being an officer, taking command to spot targets and mark them on your map to create devastation to your enemy's forces with artillery barrage. Verdun by Black Mill Games. Verdun is a squad-based multiplayer first-person shooter set in the First World War, inspired by the infamous Battle of Verdun in 1916. Players are able to take part in never-seen-before World War I action, made by 3 indie developers from Black Mill and M2H. The game features in a nutshell our unique World War I setting, 4 distinct squads for France or Germany, unique gameplay, 4 exclusive roles inside each squad, innovative squad leveling system, you have to work together to level your squad, 4 environmentally diverse maps to fight on, cross-platform support for PC, Mac, and Linux, and historically accurate weapons and attachments. And that wraps it up for this year's Indie of the Year 2013 by IndieDB.com, sponsored by Desura and presented by Idris Radio. There was a lot of talent involved in this project, and I'd like to name each and every one of them on the staff. Burn the Banhammer, Raven, Enigma, Panda, Open Mike Knight and Afro Chicken, Nefrit, A Bearded Sage, and Ashlea. I'm Luminary and I did your last 10. Idris Radio would like to thank you all for watching, and we wish you and yours a very happy and safe holidays.